Early start time, 11:15, far from tired, obviously. Monday Night Crew standing by to break down the Patriots' victory over the Jets. Plus, Notre Dame quarterback Ian Book joins us after the Irish knock off Clemson. Plus, we got some bad beats. I didn't hand out bad beats. My teams just got crushed. We did not expect to have quite the game we would get last Monday, frankly, from the Meadowlands, or this one. But the 0-8 Jets showed up to play. Patriots haven't had a losing record 7 games into the season since 2002. Arnold inactive. Joe Flacco looking elite for much of the game. Mekhi Becton, who is massive and really good, unfortunately left the game in the first quarter. It's 7-3 Patriots with a lead. Joe Flacco spins it to Brashard Perriman. 50-yard touchdown. That's the Jets' first passing touchdown since October the 11th.
Come on.
First passing touchdown since October 11th. That was against the Cardinals. Flacco also had that one. 13-10 Jet lead. Under 30 seconds to go in the half. Flacco, what a pass to Jamison Crowder. But they said it was not a catch. They took a look, and that's one, a toe drag, and secured football in his hands, and that's 20-10, 20 points for the Jets' highest scoring half of the season. Third quarter, it's 20-17. Flacco. Perriman. First down Jets. Later in the drive, 3rd and 9. Flacco. Perriman. Makes a move. Through the contact. First down Jets. Later in the drive, 2nd and 5. First down, touchdown, Perriman. 5 catches, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. Robert Kraft, John Bon Jovi, Steve, I'm living on a prayer. What? Well, prayers answered in the 4th. Cam, under duress in the pocket, somehow stays on his feet, completes the pass. Jacoby Myers, 11 yards. Newton, sacked once? No. Sacked twice? No. Gets rid of it before he's sacked. Keeps the drive going. Later in the drive, it's 3rd and 1. Newton stumbling on the play action and the bootleg, and he's dropped. So they're going to have to settle for a field goal. Except, wait. There are a dozen Jets on the field. Sometimes, Steve, what happens? People make what?
Mistakes.
No, it's all got to be a conspiracy.
Oh.
Don't you understand?
Got it.
Human beings don't make mistakes. It's all a conspiracy. Newton, sack, no. Stays on his feet. Hits the turf again on 3rd and goal. They settle for the field goal. Flacco. 1st and 10, Brian Greasy said this is just predetermined. They decide they're taking a shot, which they do, looking for Denzel Mims. J.C. Jackson, who had stumbled on that earlier touchdown, and Tones. Patriots take over. They basically had the ball for the whole 4th quarter.
They did.
3rd and 20. Newton. Completion to Myers, who's short of the first down.
Pick him up.
What do? You let the biggest guy you've got, who's going to take the snap directly from the center, just run right behind him and keep the chains moving. 1st and 10. Newton. Damiere Byrd stays on his feet, picks up a block, gets to the outside. Can he get to the pylon? Well, he could, but not before he just steps out of bounds. Out of the 2-minute warning, Cam ran on 1st and 2nd and 3rd. No one was going to get it but Cam, and he gets in barely. And now we're tied at 27. And now Flacco takes a sack. Call a timeout. You got 3. They don't. You're going to get the ball back, but when the Jets cooperate and kind of in their own demise here, that was not a great possession after they picked up some yardage on 1st down. The sack, and then the incompletion. James White takes the dump off, gets out of bounds. 2nd and 6. Again, they set up the screen to White. And we're running out of clock, but we've still got 2 timeouts. And the Patriots are picking it up a bit at a time. Okay, they go for it. Look at the clock. 20 seconds. You You get the first down. You've got a timeout. You've got a timeout. You've got a timeout.
You got a timeout.
What? This is Bill Belichick. What are they doing? All right, so they spike it, but there's only 8 seconds left. Well, it works out. Jacoby Myers, complete timeout. Bring on the former Jet Nick Folk from 51. Gase doesn't take the timeout. Right down the middle, just like they drew it up. It works in the end. Cam Newton, after a number of close losses, disappointing loss to the division rival Buffalo, rallies from down 10 in the fourth. And this is astounding. The Patriots trail by double digits before they completely dominate time of possession. They held the ball for over 21 minutes in the final 30, which is their most dominant time of possession in that statistic and a half, as you would have to presume, all season. Cam Newton, with Lisa Salters, our T-Mobile post-game coverage.
Cam, you told us that you were taking these games very personally. Just what were you thinking as you were leading the team down the field on that last drive?
I was like, it happened again. I thought I missed Jacoby on the wide, the middle read. But man, to God be the glory, man. It's been a long last couple of games in the last month. But yet, this could kickstart right where we want to be, and we just showed resiliency today. And I'm just so happy for those guys in that locker room to keep just battling back. It wasn't pretty, but it was a win.
I know you said that you weren't feeling any pressure, but I know that you also wanted to make up for what happened last week. So just tell me what felt good about the way about the way you were able to finish this game.
We just won. That's it. We just won, and I'm just happy for that. We've been practicing our tails off, and just to see hard work pay off, and it's just a great feeling. I haven't felt this in a long time, so it's good.
You said this is a process. Where do you think you are in the process?
We just got to keep building. We just got to keep building. As a team, got to play better complementary football, offensively, defensively, and special teams. And we just got to match last week's intensity in practice and just get things going here moving forward.
Nice to see you smiling.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Louis Riddick, Brian Greasy join me as they do each Monday night. And Brian, I want to start with you. As a quarterback who obviously has run 2-minute drills, you understand this better than I. As I'm watching the end, I'm baffled at the amount of time the Patriots were content to allow to bleed off that clock. They didn't take a timeout after the sack. Then on that sneak, like 12 seconds gets away from them. They spike it. It worked. Okay, let me start there. I should have started there. It worked. But as a quarterback, are you content to say, we'll try to take one shot because it has to work exactly right? And I just was surprised at the way they managed the time, even though, again, it worked.
Yeah, well, at that 3rd and 1, Scott, they have to convert that, right? And so do you feel good about Cam Newton converting that on a sneak as opposed to him trying to throw a ball, getting tipped, something like that? I think that Josh McDaniels took some risk off the table, wanted to get that first down, get up as fast as you can to spike it. Now, the defense, right, they hold you down on the ground, and so that took some more time off the clock. But at the end of the day, I think he had the call that he wanted to get the ball down the field to Jacoby Myers. He executes it. They call the timeout. They had to save that timeout, and they end up winning the game.
Okay, fair enough. Again, I just was, as I was watching it in real time, I'm thinking you take the timeout rather than spike it, then you could get one play. Whatever. It worked. I guess it doesn't ultimately matter. But the domination of the second half in terms of time of possession, Lewis, allows this New England team to get a win against a team who obviously hasn't won. And as I'm watching this game, I'm wondering, what do you see on that New England side in terms of the roster composition? What is this Patriots team as it is currently constructed?
I think it's a blue-collar type of football team that has a small margin of error in terms of how they have to win football games or how they have to play football games. They have to play it exactly like they played tonight, which is dominate the time of possession, run the football effectively, take opportunistic shots off of play action, especially when people are committed to trying to stop the run, which means this. Cam has to be accurate because he's going to have open wide receivers. Look, Jacoby Myers was open all night long. Damiere Byrd was open all night long. The difference is tonight, he was hitting those plays down the field. I mean, Jacoby Myers had 12 receptions for almost 170 yards. People would have thought, based off of how Cam has performed the past couple of weeks, he wasn't capable of doing that, but he's showing you with more and more practice practice, he's getting comfortable, and that the offense is playing maybe a style you're not used to seeing or maybe a style you don't like to see, but it's effective for them. Now, we'll see if they can do that against good football teams who have real good secondaries and real good players at all three levels of the defense. But for tonight, they showed you this is how we're going to try and win. We'll see if it's good enough.
Well, it was tonight against a team who hasn't won, and Patriots fans aren't going to get any sympathy from anybody because you guys have been great forever, and now you're experiencing what a lot of other fan bases have dealt with, which is being sub 500 and having to really grind out victories. From the Jets' perspective, Lewis, I'll stay with you first, and Brian, give you a crack at this. What's tonight represent? You compete, then ultimately maybe you win by losing in the big picture. How do you frame it?
Yeah, I think for some of the fans who are looking at down the road, do they have a shot at Trevor Lawrence? I think they think, well, look, we competed. We could have won the football game, but ultimately you're right. We do win because now we stay in the chase for the #1 overall pick. I can promise you this, though. In the Jets locker room right now, the players are sitting there going, the heck with next year. I could care less. I don't even know if I'm going to be here in 2021. Sure. They're just tired of losing, and it's a heck of it's like purgatory for an organization to be stuck in this kind of situation, and the Jets have been stuck in it for a long time.
Well, give them credit. They played hard tonight. I mean, Joe Flacco came out and played a whale of a game. Mm-hmm. And the 3 starting wide receivers that he had made plays consistently. The defense, while they made plays in the first half, they gave up too many in the second half. But you could argue, Scotty, they were on the field too long in the fourth quarter. They had